The Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer dropped recently, and honestly, the movie looks really good. The animation is great, the humor is actually funny, and Jack Black's Bowser voice actually makes me scared of a glorified turtle. But while Mario may sound like Linda from Bob's Burgers, there are still some pretty cool details in the trailer that might have slipped past you. So, those are what we're exploring today. Let's go right now on Top 10 Gaming. Yeah, see what I did there? And let me know down below who your favorite Mario character is, and it better be Waluigi. And at 10, portal pipe. One thing that I found very interesting while watching the trailer was the fact that while yes, Mario comes out of a pipe into the Mushroom Kingdom, he also seemingly pops out of a portal instead of actually being pushed out of the pipe. You know, that kind of thing. Like maybe it's to explain how he can travel so quickly in this universe, since the pipe from probably New Donk to Mushroom Kingdom is definitely a long one. Or maybe it's just because Mario in the pipe would be like Santa in a chimney. But that detail of popping out of a portal instead of a pipe is definitely something to remember, especially when the portal itself is very reminiscent of Superstars and how your character looks in games when you have the Superstar power. But I'll get into that and into the significance of that later on in this list. We know that this is Mario's first time in the kingdom thanks to him, you know, questioning where he is, so maybe MapHat's theory of the first act being in New Donk and then the rest of the movie in Mushroom Kingdom does have more merit to it than we originally thought. Also, did you know that only 19% of people who watch the videos are actually subscribed? So if you're not subscribed, click the button, and if you think you're subscribed, double check, because you could be watching our videos and not know it. So yeah, turn the red button gray. And at 9, poison mushrooms. After Mario gets sent to the Mushroom Kingdom, he almost touches a blue mushroom. This is when Toad pops out from behind it, saying that if he touches it, he will die, but then quickly corrects himself, saying that that one is actually okay to touch. This made me think, well, if that one isn't deadly, which one is? Because there clearly has to be one if you're gonna say that. And then I remembered the purple mushroom, the poison one. First appearing in Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels from 1986, the poison mushroom doesn't actually kill you, unless, you know, you're little Mario. However, it does reduce your size and revert any power-ups. But, considering how I doubt we'll see a smaller Mario in this movie, I bet that the poison mushroom will just kill you if you don't have any power-ups on you, making me think that this will actually be used against Bowser when he ends up rolling up to the Mushroom Kingdom set on destroying everything and taking the princess. And with that, I think I actually have the climactic scene in my head. Bowser is about to win. He has the superstar power and is basically unbeatable. Peach is about to be taken, possibly because she's unconscious, and only Mario is left standing. He has the superstar power too and knows what he has to do. So he grabs the poison mushroom and throws it at Bowser, but it disintegrates in his hand, taking away his star power instead. So in a final act of heroism, he looks at Luigi, smiles, says the iconic "let's a go" line, picks up the last poison mushroom they have, and starts shriveling, getting weaker, but still throws it at Bowser. Bowser catches it, and for a moment, it doesn't really do anything, and we think all is lost. But then, the mushroom falls apart, and Bowser's power goes away. Mario collapses onto the floor, and the rest of the Toads burst through the door and take Bowser down. And then, Mario's surrounded by his new friends, with his brother holding him and crying. That's how it's gonna end. You're welcome. Or then there's probably gonna be some like Return of the King, Frodo wakes up kind of crap, but you know. And at 8, Bowser symbol. I mean, this one seems fairly obvious in concept. Like, of course, if we see a Bowser symbol, it's going to be the same one we see from the games, but I didn't actually catch this detail for myself until I watched the trailer in quarter speed. Something I learned to do from the Canadian lad, a fellow Canadian YouTuber who watches movies at quarter speed to pick up on small details. Using that technique, I was able to see that when introducing Bowser, the flags that the Koopas are carrying have the iconic Bowser symbol seen in multiple games. But most notably for me, I guess, is Mario Party. Be it landing on a Bowser space or just getting unlucky, this Bowser symbol drives fear and dread into the hearts of thousands, if not more. And I only saw it because I watched this at a quarter speed, so maybe it's something that you missed too. And if you didn't, that's fine. Maybe someone else who's watching did miss it, okay? Or like the rest of this list will have something that you didn't see, okay? So bear with me, just relax. And at 7, classic brick. If we can go back to talking about the portal pipe for a second, at the, I guess I'll call it the ejection point, the end of the tube that Mario pops out of, there are decorations around the pipe, as if it was once a popular location or frequently used. However, now it seems to be somewhat abandoned, with mushroom trees growing all around it and the brickwork being damaged and chipped. But it's not the state of the brickwork that I'm focusing on, it's the fact that, well, it's the bricks. And no, not the brick, the bricks, the classic brick block pattern that has appeared in every Mario game since the dawn of time. I mean, yeah, sure, any brick pattern, I guess, could look like this, but given the context of this being a Mario movie in the Mushroom Kingdom, I think it's kind of a guarantee that this is what they were intentionally going for. But this does beg the question, are these bricks still toads transformed into bricks? Since in the manual for the original Mario games, they claimed that the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom had been turned into such objects. Like, doesn't MatPat use that in his whole, like, Mario's a sociopath video? So, is that the case in this movie? Because if so, yikes. And at 6, boo-hoo. The ending scene of the trailer also gives us our first look at Luigi, along with a load of dry bones, or I guess skeletonized Koopas, I guess if you want to call them that, chasing him throughout a spooky forest. Luigi ends up hiding in a mansion and then closes the doors behind him, holding the Koopas out with all of his might. And if you think that I'm going to breeze past the Luigi's Mansion reference here, you have not been subscribed to this channel for long enough. Not only is this very clearly a Luigi's Mansion reference, possibly hinting at future movies, it could also be a hint at a possible King Boo cameo, since not only is Luigi's Mansion heavily focused on ghosts, but the area which he was running through looks an awful lot like the Horrorland Mario Party map, which does feature Boos able to steal stars for 50 coins, and King Boo able to steal a star from everyone for 150 coins. So, could we see a King Boo cameo in this movie? I mean, it would be kind of odd, and maybe out of place, but I'd really like it. I'd like it, okay? Like, maybe it's an end credit scene. Like, imagine Morgan Freeman voicing King Boo. I would love that. That'd be funny as hell. Well, I don't know. And maybe the Luigi's Mansion movie would happen not because Mario got trapped in a mirror, but because King Boo has the ghost of Mario after he sacrificed himself to stop Bowser with the poison mushroom. Ah? Halfway through into number 5, Mario Party. Now, there is certainly an interesting possibility with this movie in that it could just be a Mario Party movie. I mean, like, Bowser is collecting stars. Basically, level that he's flying around with definitely seems to be Mario Party style, with, you know, the big mountain at the end where you would buy the star, then go back to the beginning. The pipes have a star symbol above them as well, as if you had to, like, pay with one to use it, more on that later. And it seems that the stars might be sort of a currency in this universe, which, if that is the case, definitely makes things leaning more towards the whole Mario Party style of gameplay. Especially when, like I just said, Luigi shows up in what is basically Horrorland from Mario Party Superstars originating in Mario Party 2. And not to mention the Boo's Haunted Mansion level from Mario Party 8, my personal favorite Mario Party game, although apparently that's a controversial choice, so I've been told. I don't know, I have good memories with that game, okay? So don't gatekeep Mario Party, the hell? In at 4, another castle. One of the most iconic lines in gaming, your princess is in another castle. It almost broke some gamers, it made others cry with relief since the game wasn't over, yet we still all know the line, and know that it meant we weren't finished with the classic Mario games. And this isn't forgotten in the Mario trailer, since upon entering the Mushroom Kingdom for the first time, we can see a 180 view of Mario's surroundings. And between 145 and 148 seconds in the trailer, we actually see a familiar looking castle in the background. One that we know for certain our princess is not in. Sure, it's in 3D and it's certainly more rounded than we could have perceived in the 2D games, but it's certainly a nice nod to the original games and one of the most memorable and possibly haunting lines in gaming history. Getting close to the end in number 3, Bowser Thanos. Okay, this number stems from the comparison that I instantly made between Bowser finding the star in the trailer and Thanos searching for the Infinity Stones in Avengers Infinity War. Okay, Bowser finds this star and then instantly says that nobody can stop him, which I'm sure is what Thanos was thinking when he got the Power Stone from Xandar. I don't know, okay? I'm getting very Thanos vibes from Bowser in this trailer, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up trying to collect all the superstars that are possibly across the different worlds, kind of like the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic if you want a gaming comparison. And considering how they establish Bowser as like a really powerful Koopa with fire breath that seemingly goes for miles, he doesn't really need that star to take out the Mushroom Kingdom. So him trying to collect them all for one reason or another so that maybe he has like a monopoly over them would definitely work in his favor. Maybe the Penguins end up beating Bowser by using a superstar, so that's why he has to go and find another, because I mean the background for that one was dark, so we can't confirm that it is in the Penguin world, so Penultimately, in at number 2, here we come. I think one of the biggest things that people are mad over, despite the rest of the trailer being good, is the blatant tease of the iconic "Let's go" line and it being replaced with "Here we come." And obviously, I think that that's intentional, okay? It's meant to make us angry. It's meant to ruffle our feathers, because looking at that trailer in that moment, Mario's mouth isn't moving. For the brief time that we see his profile, it doesn't move actually at all. So I'm pretty sure that it's just dialogue that was added to the trailer. I don't think that Mario is talking at all in this scene, or if he is, he's just calling out after Toad because, you know, he just showed up here, so I don't think he's immediately like, oh yeah, let's go to the Mushroom Kingdom. I think he's gonna be pretty confused, so I'm pretty sure that this line won't be in the movie, or at least won't be in this scene. They'll have a couple of teases before he actually says it at the end when he's sacrificing himself, just so that the audience cheers when he finally does say it. And I mean, like, that's normal for trailers, okay? Marvel has made whole scenes that never appear in the movies for trailers, and scrap dialogue or even specifically trailer written dialogue isn't out of the ordinary. Trailers aren't actually meant to represent the movie properly. They're meant to get you excited. They're meant to make you spend money. If the trailer gave you the movie, why would you go see the movie, okay? So yeah, I'm confident that this is just for the trailer. So don't worry, people. Don't worry. And finally, in at number 1, Star Pipe. Over the pipe that Mario ends up coming out of, we can see that the symbol for a star is on the wall above it, in what seems to be like a shield shape. However, it's definitely a star within the shield, and I think that that's a hint as to why Bowser was looking for one. I mean, if he just wanted to make him temporarily Super Saiyan, he wouldn't really need it, okay? Because like I said, man could easily wipe out the Mushroom Kingdom and take the princess. I think it's just because that's how these pipes work in this universe. Mario didn't just come out of the pipe like he does in the game. He didn't rise out of it. He doesn't get pushed out. He gets shot out of a portal, which leads me to conclude that these pipes are merely ways to connect these portals and showing us where the portals are. But to actually use them, you're probably going to need a star, which Mario will most likely find by mistake in New Donk City while Donkey Kong was searching for it or something like that. And then it sets up the first act, allows for Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong to shine properly, and then establishes why Bowser would be looking for the stars instead of just trying to rip off Thanos. What do you think? Be sure you let me know down in the comments. That's all the time we have for today, friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been, and Charlemagne Monroe, and I'll see you in another video. Let's go!